All right. All right, guys. This is this Vantage Markets Money Outlook. This Vantage Markets Money Outlook. Okay, so what we do on the money on the daily analysis right here is we look into the market to see where there are opportunities to trade, right? So of course, and we already give out trades this morning. Okay, if you're in the group, definitely you've seen those trades already. So what we want to do is basically see what other opportunities we can find in the market to trade with. All right. So the first thing we usually do is we want to go to the fundamental market and see fundamental charts, calendar, to see what do we have there. Is there anything that we should be wary of? Is there something that should get our attention? Is there something that we should watch for? Right? That's the first thing we want to do there. Okay, so we can see today is Wednesday. Is that Wednesday? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, and then there is absolutely nothing on the calendar today. Okay, so which means that we have no news that's likely to make an impact on our trading today. So that's a great thing. Okay, so now let's move on to the charts. Let's start with the dollar index. Let's start with the dollar index. Okay, so the dollar index has been in a sell trend for a while. Can you see this? This is a daily chart, and the dollar index has been selling for a while, you know. So, and what we saw here, this move up here was basically a pullback, you see. So what the market does is it does an impulse, you know, it does an impulse and it pulls back. It does impulse and it does pull back, right? So that's what the market continues to do. Always does impulse and pullback. So this is a pullback. This is a pullback right now from this impulse sell downwards. Okay, so that's a pullback. And now what we are expecting to see here is a continuation downwards. Continuation downwards. So we're expecting price to continue to sell from this area. We're expecting price to sell from this area, somewhere from this area. From somewhere from this area all the way to this bottom. That is our focus. That's the outlook that we have on the dollar index. Now, why do we look at the dollar index first? We do that because the dollar index controls a lot of what happens in the market, because over 80 plus percent of transactions in the market happens in the dollar, right? Happens with the dollar currency. So whatever happens with the dollar has an effect also on almost all currencies, especially the major currencies, right? Especially the major currencies. So that's why we start with the dollar. When we analyze the market, we want to see, first of all, what is the dollar index doing? That will give us a clear picture as to what next to expect from the markets. Okay, so if we're expecting the dollar index to sell, okay, now what are we expecting from the other assets? So let's start with the Euro USD. Now, the Euro USD has a very strong correlation with the dollar index. Euro USD has a very strong correlation with the dollar index, you know, opposite correlation, I mean. So this morning, this was a trade we're looking at, and we're looking at a support region here. Okay, so now, since we are expecting the dollar index to sell, we definitely will be expecting the Euro USD to buy. We were expecting a buy trade on the Euro USD, and this is the area where we are expecting to get some sort of a trade. Okay, so now this should be our entry. Around where it is right now will be our entry for a buy. So around this support area now that I've drawn here is where we should be expecting a buy trade. All right. So now our stop loss, where's our stop loss going to be? Our stop loss should be somewhere here, or just below this line here, because this is also a support area. This area is also support. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to put our trade, our stop loss below the next low, below the next support area. You see, so that's where we are going to leave our support here. We're putting our support here, our stop loss here, sorry. We want to put our stop loss below the next low. So we have our stop loss here right now. We have our take profit somewhere on the top there for about 30 pips. You know, so that should be the first move that we are seeing. So by the time we are seeing a breakout of this area, by the time we see a breakout of around this place, you see, so that's why we want to take profit when price gets here. We want to take profit when price gets here. That's our first take profit there. Once price breaks out of this area, once price breaks out of here, so we should be seeing something like this, price breaking out, breaks out of there. So we should be seeing this sort of a breakout here. We see a retest, and then we see a continuation. Okay, so this is what we should be seeing going forward. Something happening like this. So first move we're expecting now is some sort of a buy from around this region. Around this region right now, price is still pushing down a bit, but I'm expecting it to buy from here all the way to that top. Okay, that's the expectation we have there. Then for gold, let's look at gold. What are we seeing on gold? Now, gold tends to move in correlation, in positive correlation with the dollar index. So in positive correlation with the Euro USD and in negative correlation with the dollar index. So if we're expecting the dollar index to sell, we should be expecting some sort of a buy on gold. And then from the analysis we did yesterday, we noted that price should gold should start to buy around here. That was what we did yesterday. That was the analysis we did yesterday, right? If you saw the analysis in the group, I dropped it in the group yesterday. This was our goal. This was our goal here. We were expecting to see gold buy from here, and eventually once it hits that area, it started buying. You see, so from that buy we projected yesterday, price has already done at this moment more than 150 pips. From the analysis we did yesterday, price has done more than 150 pips already so far on gold, just from yesterday till now, right? So now, what's the next move on gold? We are still expecting a continuation. You know, we're still expecting a continuation because we are expecting a sell on the dollar index. We are expecting gold to continue to buy at least to somewhere around this area, somewhere around this region. You see, so we have a resistance somewhere here. We have a demand zone somewhere around here. So we're expecting that at least gold will buy from here, from this bottom all the way to this top, at least first. You know, we should see that happen. So where would be our entry? Our early entry for this morning would be somewhere around here. Somewhere around here would have been the entry. Of course, when we initially, I think we gave out this trade somewhere around here, right? Somewhere around here, or just a little bit somewhere around this area here. This is our entry point. So if you're still going to enter this trade, it's still a good point for an entry, right? It's still a good point for an entry. Somewhere around here is a good point for an entry. Right now for a buy, you see. So buying from here, we'll be expecting price to move all the way from here to somewhere around this area for almost 300 pips. This is almost 300 pips right there. Okay, so how are we going to do this trade now? Let's see. Where's our stop loss going to be? This is a buy trade, so we should be expecting an entry from here, somewhere around here, and then stop loss would be. Our stop loss should be somewhere below this area, or to just make it a safe zone, let's make our stop loss somewhere around okay, so let's have our stop loss somewhere around here to be a bit tight. That's about that's for 45 pips or so. That's for 45 pips, and then our target would be for 300 pips. That's a goal we are going for. Now, of course, you don't have to catch the entire 300 pips. As long as the trade is in profit and you think you are satisfied at any point, you can always take your profit. Okay, so this is the area of trade here. I'm expecting a buy around here, and then I'm expecting price to move all the way to that top right here, right? So that's for gold. Let's look at USD JPY. So USD JPY is one of the trades we gave out already this morning. We're looking at a sell. We're looking at a sell, currently moving in the direction we expect. So, but at this time, USD JPY is still somewhere around our entry zone. Still somewhere around our entry zone. Okay. So now, if you are going to enter this trade now, here will be the entry. Still around, price still hovering around that entry, and then our stop loss will be where it is right now. Okay, so where would our take profit be? Let's try to look below now and see. So our take profit should be somewhere somewhere here. Yes, take profit should be somewhere here. Okay, so what we are targeting for that one will be take profit of somewhere around, what do we have? What's the stop loss? What's the number of pips there? Okay, so somewhere around 65 pips. 65 pips is what we are targeting on Euro USD. On USD JPY. Okay, so the profits we're targeting on USD JPY will be somewhere around 65 pips. Our stop loss will be on top there. Our entry will be here. Now, if you've not entered already, this is a good time to enter. So you can enter and then you're looking to take profit. You can take profit at this support here, actually. At this support here, this for 60 pips. I think this support is good. Okay, this area here, this bottom here will be our take profit. Now, of course, that's our first take profit. So take profit should be somewhere around here. You enter now, you should be looking to exit somewhere around this bottom, right? From here to here, our stop loss is on top here, and then we're entering our trade here, and our take profit is somewhere around here. So that's the target that we have right there. Okay, so yeah, that's for USD JPY. Right? So what else do we have? Let's check Euro GBP. What do we have for Euro GBP? Okay, we're looking at this earlier. I think this is one of the trades we sent out earlier also. Okay, so for USD JPY, for Euro JPY, sorry, Euro GBP, this is the entry we'll be targeting. So Euro GBP has some sort of has a relationship with GBP USD. Whenever you are seeing a buy on GBP USD, you should be seeing some sort of a sell on Euro GBP. So you can see Euro GBP has been a solid downtrend, solid downtrend. You see? So with that solid downtrend there, we are expecting a further downside. We're expecting a further downside on the on Euro GBP. So where is our entry going to be? Our entry is going to be somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. We're putting our stop loss on top here for about 20 pips, 21 pips right there. And then our take profit is below here, and we're targeting somewhere around 25 pips. Okay, so that's the target we have for Euro GBP. So I would wait for price to get into this zone. Price needs to get into this zone. I can see it looks as if price is pulling down already, trying to come down, but I will still be patient and wait for price to get into this zone. Once price gets into this zone, I'll be more confident to enter that trade, right? Because one thing in trading is you want to make sure that you get the entries right. When the entries are right, when you get in at the best entry, of course, you can't get the entry perfectly all the time, but when you are able to get it, it's a very good one, right? So just like on this move now, this was a very good entry, and a huge sell. I think this happened yesterday. That was for over 30 pips. This pair, mind you guys, this pair does not make those kind of massive moves. All right. So if you enter a GBP USD trade and you enter a Euro GBP trade, GBP USD can do 100 pips, and Euro USD does, and Euro GBP does 30. That's the way this pair works, right? So it doesn't move as fast as the other pairs, but then it makes you more in profit for every pip move. Now, if you enter a one standard lot trade, on Euro USD, one pip will give you $10, but for Euro GBP, it will give you about $11 or $12. So it gives you more money in terms of profits per pip in the market. Okay, so it's a good pair to trade. So let's see. Yesterday we did also some sort of analysis on the S&P index. So the S&P index is a very beautiful index that we trade. Indices, one of those indices that we trade, very sweet one, right? So when we looked back, we started saying that the S&P index has been on a very massive ride up. Very massive. Can you see this? Crazy ride up. And it's been for a while. Can you see the moves? Very, very strong moves are up right there. So this pullback we see here, this pullback happened last week. And then from our analysis yesterday, what we did was this. We projected that price was going to start to reverse somewhere around this area. This was a projection we did. And we said that, oh, price is likely going to start reversing around this area yesterday. If you can check the video in the group, is still there, right? So this was the kind of thing we did yesterday. And we said, hey, the price is going to be reversing somewhere around this place. And in fact, once price got there, it made that huge move. And then you can see this very solid, massive move that we can see there. Okay, so now the question is, where is the next move going to happen? We are still expecting price to buy. Now, whenever the dollar index is weak, the S&P index will be strong. So this buy moves we are seeing right now is partly because there is some sort of weakness in the dollar index. We're expecting the dollar index to weaken. We're expecting a sell-off on the dollar index, you know. So the S&P index is expected to buy. We're expecting to see buy trades on the S&P index, right? We're expecting to see buy trades on the S&P index. Okay, so now let's see, where is the opportunity for us going forward today? Okay, let's put our Fibonacci 2 here and see what do we have. Now, okay, so yeah, so we should be seeing price fall into somewhere around this zone here, somewhere around here. Anywhere around here is a good place for entry on this trade for a buy. Anywhere around this place is a good point to enter. So what's our trade going to look like? This is for a buy. Okay, so at least we should be taking profit somewhere around this top here. Then for our stop loss should be somewhere here. Okay, so I'll put my stop loss below here. I'll leave my stop loss like this. This would be my entry on this trade. This is my target on this trade. This is how I will enter the trade. Enter somewhere here at any point around this support area here. This support area here will be entering for a trade. So what's happening here? We're seeing a breakout of this resistance zone. So when price was sitting here, this was a strong resistance zone. You can see how price will continue to reverse around this area, continue to stay around this area, continue to stay around this area. So suddenly we see a breakout. Price breaks out. So when price breaks out of a resistance, it retests the resistance, makes what we call a retest or a pullback, and then we see a continuation. Okay, so that's what we are trying to capitalize on with this particular trade right now. We're trying to capitalize on that, and this is the entry that we're targeting. So anywhere around the 4721, 4721, all the way to the 4,712 region, this whole region right here, that will be our entry for the buy. That will be our entry for the buy. Okay, so let's see if we can have a proper. We're just going through generally. So, but now you look at this. This is where the entry on this trade is going to be. So you can pick your entry from anywhere around here. Pick your entry from anywhere around here is going to be good. Anywhere around here to pick your entry is a good one. Okay. Wow, I can see that BTC is doing some amazing things. Okay, doing some amazing things. So BTC has been sort of was suppressed a few days ago. Was it last week? We did an analysis yesterday and we said we're expecting a breakout. Can you see? This was the analysis we did yesterday. Exactly. Can you see? I drew this yesterday. This was the exact analysis I did yesterday. We did yesterday. And we're expecting that price is going to break out from here. And exactly what it did. It broke out from there. You see? It broke out from there. And what next? We're seeing it move straight up there. That's gone straight to the target that we already said. We said that target yesterday. It already happened. You see, that already happened. And now the reason for this is BTC has been strong. The whole cryptocurrency market right now is pretty strong. And the reason for that is because we are entering into what we call a bull market season, right? So the cryptocurrency has different seasons. Right, and then there are a whole lot of other narratives that are working in favor of crypto right now. With the ETF, there's this Bitcoin ETF that several investment companies in the US are trying to, get approval for. You know, the ARK Invest is trying to get their approval. iShares from BlackRock is trying to get an approval, and so on and so forth. So many different companies are trying to get approval for Bitcoin ETF, because Bitcoin ETFs is what institutional investors invest in. So the more ETF products that we have in the crypto market, the more funds will flow into the market. So when more funds flow into the market, it means that you will see BTC is going to rally, Ethereum is going to rally. A lot of these crypto coins are going to really buy massively. Why? Because there's a lot more liquidity in the system. There's a lot more funds flowing in the system, and then that definitely drives the market. Also, we are expecting something later in this this quarter. I think I think it's around April, yeah. In April, we're expecting what we call the Bitcoin halving event. The Bitcoin halving event. So whenever it happens, I think every 4 years or thereabout. So whenever Bitcoin halving happens, it usually it increases the difficulty in mining Bitcoin by miners. So the difficulty in mining increases. So whenever the difficulty in mining increases, it also helps to push up the price of Bitcoin. So that is going to happen the first quarter of this year, or just after first quarter of this year. So whenever by the time you look at the halving event, you're looking at the bull run, you're looking at the ETF approvals expected, a whole lot of things put together, you can see that a lot of enthusiasm is coming back to the crypto market, so, and we're expecting a continued buy on BTC from there. And of course, when BTC buys, other coins will buy, Ethereum will buy, all kinds of other coins will start to buy, right? Yes, so that's what we're looking at right now. Let's see, do we have any other thing we should look at? Okay. Okay, so do we have any other thing we should be looking at? Okay, so we're not going to keep this so long. So what we're going to do is that we're going to stop the video right here. So I will have this video posted in the group so that we will have it, we'll be able to go through it also, and then be able to use it to make our trading decisions today. Okay, so thank you guys for coming. The next session for this will be on Thursday. Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful trading day. I'll see you on the next one.